Hi guys, my name's Rhett. My channel's called The Restaurant. Today you're gonna be learning from me how to make a Greek salad. So first you're gonna start by chopping up a green cucumber. It could be field or it could be just an English cucumber. I don't care. Be any kind of cucumber you have. But today I'm using English cucumber.
Yeah, because you got from English.
And then you're gonna start by just stacking your cucumbers up. It doesn't have to be the same how it was. It just has to be circles and stacked up like this. And if you're just learning, because I'm teaching you how to cut properly, if you're just learning how to, you could just ask a parent to supervise you while you're cutting and just use what I told you. So you're going to use for your own salad, you're going to use about a quarter of salad. And it's gonna be like, you kind of gonna have to cut it like just like sideways sort of, and then you're gonna cut your cucumber like this, and then look at, you got nice cucumber slices. And then, so you don't waste this part, you could either just eat it or you could just chop it like this. And I'll chop it like this. And then you're gonna chop about maybe a little bit more of cucumber. And then I'm gonna teach you another way for this piece. So you're gonna chop it, you're gonna lay it down just like this, and then you're gonna chop it, which I already did, ahead of the game. And then if it's too thick, you could just cut it off and then rip it into pieces and put it in your Greek salad. And then the other proper way, you're gonna hold your cucumber and you're gonna slice into it. And you're gonna carefully saw, okay? Then you're gonna keep sawing all the way you go, and then you're gonna saw just a little bit more, just a little bit, but the proper way you could do it is if it's like, it's just like the proper way to cut a cucumber if you're just learning. And since I had 2 years of practice, I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to cut. So, and then next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna grab a pepper and cut it up. And another safe way, if you have it like this, you could just nicely cut it just over the edge like this, and you have a nice piece. Oh, and guys, when I get to the feta part, I'm going to teach you guys something. I think the video stopped.
Why do you think that?
Because I think I heard the button. Okay, so then... No, it's still going. Okay, so then you keep cutting, you're gonna cut kind of like just around the edge, and then you're gonna toss it in your bowl. And I don't care what kind of bowl you have. It could be a mixing bowl, it could be a tossing bowl, it could be whatever you want. So then you're gonna keep cutting. And if you're just a kid, I don't care if it takes you an hour to make it, because that pretty much was the same for me. Like seriously. It takes me like an hour to make a salad. So whatever you do, just do what you're comfortable with, okay? Okay. So then you're gonna keep cutting just like this, 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 and then you're gonna kind of turn it. Do this. Then keep going like this. And then guess what you're gonna do? You're just gonna nicely chop that good bitterness, and then once you're done that, you're gonna take a handful of cherry tomatoes. You could use big tomatoes and just chop them up. You don't even have to use tomatoes because I know lots of people that don't like tomatoes. So if you don't like tomatoes, you don't have to use them. And then you're just gonna quickly slice, and then you could slice them in half, or you could slice them in half like this. Or another way, you could slice them at the top if that's more comfortable with you. And whatever you're comfortable with, that's what you have to do, because you don't want to cut yourself, and I don't want to either. So I do what's comfortable with me. So then, guys, grab the feta part. So the feta thing that I was going to teach you is here. If you get those big giant blue containers of Costco packs, and sometimes it's starting to go moldy and just get old, so you know what you should do? Go ahead, cut it into chunks like this, and then guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna put it in a giant Ziploc bag, and then you're gonna put all the chunks and just put them in. And you're gonna have to wrap the feta, because it's kind of like just wrapped, and you never know what could happen when it's just like wrapped. So it was frozen. And that's okay, it will thaw out of its wrapper on its own. And then you're gonna you're gonna just slice it like this. You're gonna like try to smoothen it out. Just like so. Okay. And then after, you're just gonna kind of like smoothing. And then once it's all cut up, you're kind of gonna toss it in, and you could even leave just some chunks too. And then guys, a safe way if you want to scrape off, you're gonna take your finger, and you're gonna wipe it on the side of the knife, not like this, because then it's not on the knife, it's on the, yeah. So anyways, you're gonna keep cutting. You could cut as much feta. You don't have to cut as much as I'm doing, but you could even cut more. So yeah, whatever you're comfortable with. And if you were watching this video, and if you didn't, you wouldn't even have to make this exact recipe. Okay, so then you're kind of gonna, just when your hands are all feta-y, you're gonna kind of rub them together, because that gets kind of, and guess what? Feta really helps your skin. Just like breathe, it's kind of like cream. It feels really good if you kind of just smoothen it, and then it will make some kind of like cream, I guess. Okay guys, last but not least, we are going to do the olives. Okay? So the olives, they're just like a saltener to help, like, just salten it, the salad up a little bit. So it's just, yeah, kind of helps, you know? So you're just gonna start by sliding that feta, and then you're gonna just slide it. You kind of just have to sort of try to slide it in with your knife, and then guess what? You're gonna slide it. Okay, and then next part, we have to do the olives. And I can't open the olives. And then we're gonna have to do the olives. And then if you're getting trouble with opening the olives, you could just ask a parent, which I can't open it, so I might need to ask a parent. But yeah, if you need to open it and you can't get it, and you have trouble with opening it, you just have to sort of like, just ask a parent. Okay, so then you're gonna just squeeze it as tight as you can. And a good thing about olives, they're good for you, and because it's natural, so it's just like,
Oh, I fell. Oh, I need help. What?
So it's just like, sorry, I fell there. So it's just like, you need to kind of like just put them in a lot of things. So, yeah, so so we might have to just like make the dressing, and then we'll do the olives, and then you could get a spoon with holes in it. And then a spoon like this would help you, because it's kind of like triangle. Well, it's not shaped in a triangle, but it's shaped in like an oval. And it could take a lot of olives out, and it has like holes, so it drains the olive juice when you just scoop. So, and if you don't have one of these, and if you're ever shopping and you see one of these, you could be like, and if you really want one, you'd be like, Mom, I want a hole scooper. I really don't, I guess it's just called a spoon with holes, but really, it helps a lot just getting all the juice. And also, remember when I said cut the cherry tomatoes like in half? Yeah, I'm basically doing the same thing with olives, just cutting them in half. And then a technique is to saw in right in the middle, and then it's just gonna sort of like slide. It's just like basically cutting a block of feta, but it's like not having it frozen, so it's a little bit easier, but like that's pretty much how hard it is, and it just helps a lot. Okay, this is the last thing I'm gonna have. So we're just gonna cut this last olive. Okay guys, we're done making the fruit salad. Now, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna make the dressing. So you have to start with some olive oil, and then you're just gonna pour it in, and then you're gonna pour about 50 mils if you have one of these. And then maybe you could do 100 if you really want, which I'm doing 100 today. So then you're gonna just screw the lid back on.
Oh no!
And then when you do that, you're just gonna kind of like, and you could put some salt and pepper in there if you want. And if you're a vinegar fan, you could put vinegar. Guys, before you open the mustard, you're gonna have to give it a good shake. And if you're having trouble getting it out, you could kind of like tap it a little bit and sort of just lay it there for a minute. And then shake it again. And then it comes out nicely. And then you're gonna put a bit of red wine vinegar. And guess what? Red wine vinegar is actually good for you. So, yeah. And we're not only gonna put red wine, we're gonna put balsamic vinegar too. So you're gonna put a bit of that. And then you're gonna put it aside. And then, guess what else you're gonna put? You're gonna put oregano. And then you're gonna put a little bit of oregano in. And if you're having trouble getting it out, you could just like tap it kind of. And that's what I'm doing. And if you're really having trouble and you have a lid like this, you could open it up and just dump it. So the next seasoning is basil. And then you're gonna open the basil up, and if you want to smell it, you could smell it, because it literally smells great. And then you're just gonna tap it. And like I said, if you're having trouble, you can just pour it. And then you're gonna make sure your lid is all the way like this, and then you're gonna screw it on. And then after, you're gonna make sure it's as tight as possible, and this. And then you're gonna start shaking it. And then after you're done shaking it, you could take the lid off, and you could take an egg thingy. It's supposed to be meant for eggs. So then you're supposed to whisk it kind of, and then after you're done doing that, you're gonna have to close it back up and shake it. So then after you're done shaking it, you're you're gonna grab some salad tossers. You could grab even spoons if you don't have any salad tossers. And we have 2 sets, which I'm just gonna be using these today. And you're gonna kind of mix it up just like this. And then, after you're done, you're gonna top it off with a little bit of dressing. And then, after you're done, you just mix it up and enjoy. Thank you guys.